6 right now on the WHAS11 19, a summer lightning show, knocking out power with a 1-2 punch of heavy rain and strong thunderstorms. We've got the updated power outages and the stunning rainfall totals. The east end of Louisville hit the hardest, and then reinforcing police in Clarksville. Public safety on the rise.
People backing law enforcement as of late, and we're very appreciative of that. It's definitely noticed.
Clarksville police finally getting a contract deal complete with raises after more than a year of negotiations. Will they go for it? We report right now on the WHAS 11 Night Team. Powerful thunderstorms causing a rain delay at Topgolf. This video courtesy of Sam and David Schultz tonight at Topgolf and Oxmoor Center as the heavy thunderstorms with rapid fire lightning moved through at 8:15 tonight. The lightning was unbelievable. There you have it, some scenes, vivid and dangerous lightning crossing the skies tonight. This view from downtown as the storm was moving east down Frankfort Avenue into St. Matthews tonight. Anchorage Middletown Fire and EMS telling us they had one small attic fire on Sunfield Circle, but it was put out quickly by crews. 2 units impacted, no injuries. The lightning struck the dryer vent and then made it to the attic. Plus, check out the lightning blast in far eastern Jefferson County there. It was recorded tonight by my own brother, Jeff, right there. Way to go, brother, for the WHAS 11 Weather Impact Team. And flash flooding. Corey Parker sending in this image tonight of this street in the Owl Creek subdivision near Middletown, filling up with water and right into the front yard so quickly. No injuries reported there. Well, the rain totals in some parts of the East End are just stunning in just a 1-hour period. Tonight, LG&E is reporting the largest outages in eastern Jefferson County from these storms. In fact, a majority of the Highlands, the West End and the South End, they escaped any power outages tonight. But again, it's all about the lightning. And Barry Shields just emailed us this image taken in Laconia, Indiana tonight. Coming up here in just a second, we're going to show it to you. It was at Shields Farm. A beautiful view of the lightning coming in there over one of the farm fields. Hello, everyone, and thank you very much for joining us. I'm Doug Proffitt. Tracking these storms all night, our chief meteorologist, Mallory Schnell. Mallory, how about those rain totals? In some neighborhoods, torrential rains filling the streets. A few cars got stranded, but nobody was hurt.
Yeah, really some drainage issues on the east side of town with these rainfall reports. But as you mentioned, definitely wasn't a uniform rainfall reporting across Louisville. You can see pretty much along and east of 65, more so on the east end of Jefferson County. This is where the heaviest rain fell. We're talking radar estimates between 1.5 inches to 2.5 inches of rainfall. We also had some of those reports of some storm damage around Okolona and Middletown as well, with some tree damage due to those gusty winds. Big picture view, we still did have pockets that didn't get as much rainfall. Some of those heavier pockets 1 inch to 2 inches. But in general, if we average all of Kentuckiana, you get 0.3 of an inch of rain. And that's because we did have those pockets of drier weather. Satellite and radar, though, the front is pushing all this down to the south and southeast, taking the heaviest rain, the gustiest winds, the frequent lightning along with it. Of course, we've been enjoying some rain-cooled air behind those storms, topped out in the mid-90s this afternoon. It felt like the triple digits with our heat indices, and now we have cooled off into the 70s as that front continues to track throughout Kentuckiana. So for tonight, we are going to continue to dry out here with overnight lows dropping into the 70s. We do have more pleasant weather on the way, much quieter for the rest of the week as well. We'll take a look at that 7-day forecast coming up shortly. Doug.
What a night it's been. Thank you, Mallory. And right now we want to give you a live view of the LG&E power outage map. Take a good look at the map. You see Louisville, Jefferson County. See all those dots all over the map? Those are current power outages. As you can see, look at the far left side of the map for Jefferson County along the river. No outages at all there. Well, the number peaked around 10 o'clock tonight. Most of the Louisville outages are in the East End. And right now, let me punch this up for you. I'm checking it out for Jefferson County. The number's improving. We are now down to 4,992 power outages. That was from a peak of about 5,600 earlier tonight. In Oldham County, the power outage number is still holding steady. This number's been with Oldham County for a while at 860. 60 customers with no power. By the way, we also checked with Duke Energy in southern Indiana. No outages across from Louisville and any of the southern Indiana counties. The largest number of outages in our viewing area are being reported in Lexington, Indiana, and in Madison, Indiana tonight. There's your storm report to this hour. Also happening tonight, the Jefferson County School Board voting tonight on a new property tax for next year for Metro Louisville, which is going down just a little bit. But here's how it breaks out. The district proposed a real estate tax rate of 71.7 cents per $100 of assessed value, which is a slight decrease from last year. However, Jefferson County Public Schools would still bring in more tax revenue after the potential hike because of higher property values from reassessments in several parts of the county. JCPS faces a $100 million budget shortfall, and they recently established a task force to help get finances back on track. Also brand new since 6, competitive pay and guaranteed time off to start families. That's what Clarksville, Indiana police officers are hearing tonight. The town of Clarksville, Indiana, and the union representing their police officers officially came to an agreement on a brand new contract. WHAS11 night teams Jose Alonso covered it all there tonight, and he is here right now with me. And Jose, how long have they been talking this over?
Doug, these negotiations have been ongoing since February of 2024. That's more than a year and a half. And the town of Clarksville police have been operating without a contract since the January of this year. Photojournalist Emma Gefter and I spoke with both sides of this agreement. The union says has been a long time coming. Clarksville, Indiana police are keeping their commitment on community safety. But Derek Crawford with the police union says they've been working without a contract for months now.
But our job is continually getting harder and more dangerous each and every day. And for the smallest paycheck out there, most people don't want to risk their lives.
Retention and recruitment is the focus on this contract for Clarksville Fraternal Order Police Lodge number 144 and the Clarksville Police Department.
I'm proud of both sides being able to come together. For me, in my position, it's felt like it's been a while.
20 months of negotiations with the town council to be exact. But if this contract goes through, Clarksville officers will have competitive pay between $66,000 and $73,500 in the next 3 years. Solidify paid maternal, paternal, and military service leave.
Better late than never. I'm glad they came to realize our importance to the town. The community supported us, and the town has agreed to what we think, pay what we're worth.
And the community did show up in large numbers in the council chambers, voicing concern over contract negotiations. Council President Ryan Ramsey says they support first responders, but are navigating a financial change.
And there's never been a question about, when they come to us, asking for new vehicles, new equipment, new guns. We always say yes.
But new legislation passed by the Indiana General Assembly has municipalities across the state reworking taxes and finances.
Senate Bill 1 that was passed at the state level, and the effects that it's going to have on the town's budget, those impacts are going to be up to $2.5 million annually.
But Ramsey says the council will find a way to fund higher salaries for police.
And we've had a climate of people backing law enforcement as of late, and we're very appreciative of that. It's definitely noticed.
The town council will officially vote on this contract on September 2nd. Reporting live in studio, Jose Alonso, WHAS11 night team, on your side.
All right, Jose, thank you. A story we've been staying on top of. New tonight, a Louisville man is currently on the run after the Louisville jail mistakenly put him on home incarceration. 31-year-old Kajon Jackson is facing several charges tonight, including strangulation and assault. Jackson poses a significant threat to the public. Metro Corrections Major Jason Logston says they received a bond decision from the jail's records division that said that they in good faith believed that they placed Mr. Jackson on HIP, and he was then put on home incarceration. Officials say Jackson removed his GPS monitoring device on August 9th. August 11th was the very first time the jail found out that the phrasing wasn't correct. It wasn't meant to release Jackson on home incarceration. Logston said, quote, LMDC intends to work with the clerk's office to standardize language to prevent any miscommunication like this in the future. We move now to the gruesome events in southern Indiana. The man accused of beheading his own father in Jeffersonville appearing in court for the first time today. Bryce Winnicki had a huge swollen gash on his forehead as he entered that courtroom. WHAS11 night team's Ian Hardwitt reports that Winnicki will now undergo psychological evaluations to see if he's fit to stand trial.
Bryce Winnicki, charged with murdering his father, first appeared in court with a large knot on his forehead. Clark County jail officials said it was a self-inflicted wound as the 33-year-old man hit his head on the concrete floor of his cell. Judge Nicholas Carafa read off the second charge Winnicki faces, some of his family in tears.
Bryce Winnicki did knowingly or intentionally mutilate the corpse of Eric Winnicki by cutting off his head.
Carafa ultimately gave Larry Wilder, Winnicki's defense attorney, the green light for psychological evaluations. The first will determine if Winnicki is mentally fit to stand trial. The second, if Winnicki is insane.
I've known the Winnicki family for over 30 years. Bryce is a young man that went to school with my children. Bryce was a young man that spent time in my home.
Wilder said that's why he needed to know what was running through Bryce's mind. Jeffersonville police say that Winnicki told his mom, quote, "I killed him. I went over to Dad's because he is the evilest person that ever lived. I cut his head off." That was on August 15th, the day Eric's body was discovered. For this, Clark County Prosecutor Jeremy Mull is seeking life imprisonment without parole.
We intend to seek life imprisonment without parole in light of this murder, in light of his conduct in dismembering the victim afterwards. It's my opinion that he should not be allowed out of prison again.
While Eric's body was found on Friday, August 15th, security video shows what police believe is his son entering his father's home 2 nights beforehand. Security video from Friday allegedly showed Winnicki leaving his dad's house with a white trash bag in his left hand. Police say they later collected Eric's head in a white plastic bag inside Bryce's bedroom after his SWAT arrest. Wilder said it's a tragedy for the whole family.
And they are doubly overcome with the anguish that goes along with losing a parent and essentially losing a brother.
Mull reiterated that Winnicki's innocent until proven guilty. In Jeffersonville, I'm Ian Hardwitt for the WHAS11 Night Team, on your side.
If Winnicki is declared fit to stand trial, the judge said the trial would take place next February. That is 6 months away. Brand new tonight, 11 people arrested in Indiana after a federal investigation. Seymour, Indiana police and the Jackson County Sheriff's Office worked with the FBI and ICE in the arrests here. Authorities say those taken into custody had either illegally entered the United States or had previously been charged with crimes. One person they say had been deported 5 times but was back in the U.S. Seymour Police Department Chief Greg O'Brien saying in a statement, quote, "This was not a sweep, nor did it involve schools or other sensitive locations. The focus was solely on removing dangerous offenders to protect the safety of our residents," end quote from the Seymour, Indiana Chief of Police. We have a brand new update for you tonight on the upcoming demolition plans for the destroyed Jividan plant in the Clifton neighborhood, badly damaged after that major explosion, fatal explosion last November. Jividan President Ann Leonard announcing that they have selected Hayden Wrecking Company as the contractor who will manage the site demolition. Once the demolition permit is approved, they will establish a start date, and this could be in a couple of weeks. The demolition there on Payne Street is expected to take 40 days. Another major update we got, an asbestos survey of the site was conducted with no findings of asbestos.